I bought it, planning to build my dream retirement home. The day I went to survey the property, a woman stormed out of the neighboring house. She introduced herself as Karen, the head of the HOA, and immediately told me I couldn't build there. I politely explained that my lot wasn't part of the HOA, but she wasn't having it. She claimed my property was an eyesore and would bring down their property values. The main issue was access. The only road to my property was a private road maintained by the HOA. Karen had convinced them to block my access, essentially landlocking me. My lawyer and I looked over my deed. It clearly stated I had a legal easement, a right-of-way, to use that road. This was an open and shut case. We took them to court. Karen showed up looking smug, armed with photos of my untidy lot, which was just undeveloped land. The judge took one look at my deed and the easement agreement and practically laughed the HOA out of court. He ruled that not only did they have to grant me immediate, unobstructed access, but they also had to pay all of my legal fees for this frivolous lawsuit. The best part? The HOA had a bylaw that said if the board acted negligently and cost the association money, the board members responsible were personally liable. Karen and her cronies ended up having to pay my legal bills out of their own pockets. I haven't seen her since, but construction on my dream home is coming along nicely. The land itself wasn't part of the HOA, which was a huge plus for me. The day I went to check out my new property, she was there, arms crossed, with a look that could curdle milk. She wasn't having it. "I'll see to it you never lay a single foundation brick," she hissed before storming off. Things escalated quickly. The next week, I found a line of orange cones and no trespassing signs blocking the access road to my lot. The road was a shared easement, clearly documented. This was her doing. I called the HOA president, a reasonable guy named Dave. He was apologetic, but admitted Karen had a lot of influence and had convinced some board members I was planning to build an eyesore. I knew then I had a real fight on my hands. I hired a lawyer and prepared for the worst. Karen tried to get a court injunction to block my access permanently. The court date arrived, and Karen was there, smug and confident. Her lawyer argued I was a commercial developer trying to exploit the area. Then my lawyer presented the facts, the deed, the easement rights, and my sworn affidavit about building a single-family home. But the real kicker was when the HOA's own lawyer had to admit that the access road was in fact a legal easement and blocking it was illegal. The judge didn't even hesitate. He threw out her case and ordered the HOA to pay my legal fees for the frivolous lawsuit.